The Inca Empire, also known as Tawantinsuyu, was the largest pre-Columbian civilization in the Americas, covering a vast area that encompassed modern-day Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina. Spanning over 3,000 years, the Inca civilization developed a complex social, political, and economic system that allowed them to thrive and expand across the Andean region. The origins of the Inca civilization can be traced back to the 12th century, when a small tribe called the Incas emerged in the highlands of Cusco, in modern-day Peru. The Incas were initially a minor power in the region, but their fortunes changed when a charismatic leader named Pachacuti Inca Yupanqui ascended to the throne in the mid-15th century. Under Pachacuti's leadership, the Incas embarked on a campaign of conquest that would transform them into a mighty empire. Pachacuti expanded the Inca territory, consolidated power over neighboring tribes, and established Cusco as the capital of the empire. He also implemented a series of reforms that would shape the Inca civilization's social, political, and economic structures. One of Pachacuti's most significant reforms was the introduction of the Ayllu, a system of social organization that divided the population into small, self-sufficient communities. Each Ayllu was led by a Caraca, or village chief, who was responsible for ensuring that the community's needs were met. The Ayllu system allowed the Incas to maintain control over their vast empire by delegating authority to local leaders while maintaining a centralized government in Cusco. Pachacuti also instituted a system of mandatory labor known as the Mita, which required all able-bodied men and women to work for the empire for a set period each year. The Mita was used to construct roads, buildings, and other public works projects that helped to unify the empire and strengthen its infrastructure. Perhaps Pachacuti's most lasting legacy was the Inca religion, which was based on the worship of the sun god Inti and other deities associated with the natural world. The Inca religion played a central role in Inca society, and religious festivals and rituals were held throughout the year to honor the gods and ensure the empire's prosperity. Pachacuti died in 1471, but his successors continued his policies of expansion and reform. Over the next century, the Inca Empire grew to become one of the most powerful and sophisticated civilizations in the world. The empire's vast network of roads and bridges allowed for efficient communication and trade, and its system of record-keeping using knotted strings called quipus allowed for accurate census-taking and tax collection. Despite its many achievements, the Inca Empire was not invincible. In the early 16th century, a small band of Spanish conquistadors led by Francisco Pizarro arrived in the Andes in search of gold and glory. The Spanish were vastly outnumbered by the Inca warriors, but they possessed superior weapons, tactics, and technology that allowed them to conquer the empire with relative ease. The fall of the Inca Empire was swift and brutal. Pizarro and his men captured the Inca Emperor Atahualpa in 1532 and held him for ransom. Although the Inca paid the ransom, Pizarro executed Atahualpa anyway and installed his own puppet emperor, who proved unable to control the empire's fractious factions. The Spanish also introduced a host of deadly diseases to which the Inca had no immunity, decimating the population and destabilizing the social and political structures that had sustained the empire for centuries. Within a few years, the Inca Empire had collapsed, and the Spanish had established their own colonial rule over the Andean region. The conquest of the Inca Empire marked the beginning of a new era in the Americas, one that would see the imposition of European culture, religion, and political systems on the indigenous peoples of the continent. The legacy of the Inca Empire, however, has endured to this day. The Inca civilization left behind an impressive architectural legacy, including the famous citadel of Machu Picchu and the city of Cusco, which still stand as testaments to the empire's engineering and artistic skills. The Inca Empire also bequeathed a rich cultural heritage, including a complex system of beliefs, rituals, and customs that continue to inspire artists, writers, and scholars around the world. The Inca language, Quechua, is still spoken by millions of people in the Andean region, and traditional Inca music, dance, and textiles are prized for their beauty and craftsmanship. Despite the Inca Empire's ultimate defeat, its legacy continues to inspire and captivate people around the world. The rise and fall of the Inca Empire is a fascinating story of triumph and tragedy, of innovation and tradition, and of a people who built a remarkable civilization against all odds. As we look back on the history of the Inca Empire, we are reminded of the importance of preserving our cultural heritage and honoring the achievements of those who came before us. The Inca civilization may have fallen to the Spanish conquest, but its legacy lives on, inspiring generations to come with its spirit of innovation, creativity, and resilience.